Good evening. Hey, what's up? What's up? It is Thursday. It is Thursday, y'all. It is Thursday. I am back. I am back. Gone for a minute. I feel like I've been gone for a minute. But okay. I am here. Good evening, everyone. Hey, IG. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Hey, YouTube. How's everyone doing? I hope you guys had a really, really great day. I had a really good day. I had a really good day. Y'all forgive me. I'm going to sound a little nasally because I have um somehow caught a cold. I have somehow caught a cold. Hey sis. Hey sis. There's my woosah moment. My sister is on. My sister is on. So what's up, guys? Hey, let's get started. Let's get started. Get started. You know, I have all my devices, getting myself together, getting straight, popping in, um, making sure I have everything straight. I still have not, and my apologies to IG, I still have not um, connected IG to the restream. I still have not. But what I did do is I have my iPhone connected going in the backdrop with IG. Okay? So with IG. So Instagram, y'all on. I see y'all. Y'all can see me. Um, we're gonna get this thing rolling and we're gonna get going. So hey, today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. I have been away for a couple of weeks. Well, just 1 week actually. Just missed 1 week. I have been away doing a little bit of traveling, seeing family, hanging out with friends. One of my very best friends turned 50. We saying 50. We saying 50. She turned 50. Last weekend I was in South Carolina celebrating her. Been knowing this young lady since high school. We graduated together. So this is one of my riders. This is one of my riders. I have about four riders in my life. Let's say five. I have about five riders, and she is one of them. And I appreciate and love her so much. And I enjoyed celebrating with her. Went to Carolina. Listen, I never get sick, y'all. Like, little things here and there. Yeah. Okay. So, came back, headed Sunday morning, woke up, and it was a little bit of sniffles, and throat was a little bit. I'm sorry, Monday, because I came back Monday, and I have been congested. So y'all forgive me for the sniffles. Y'all please forgive me for the change in voice a little bit, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Thankfully, it's not anything deeper, not anything bigger than just the sniffles and some congestion, some congestion. So, all right. So let me do my little intro thing. Let me do my little intro thing. It is 8 o'clock. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth family. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth page, channel, all of that. Um, this is where we come together and we meet on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time once a week, and we get on topics and discuss topics that are relevant to us as adults. As adults, y'all, I feel like I'm a little blurry on screen. It looks like it's a little blurry, but the show must go on. We're gonna keep going. All right. Hopefully, it will clear up a little bit. Um, and it'll come better. But if not, y'all can hear me, right? As long as y'all can hear me, I think we good to go. So again, welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth family. This is a family. Welcome. Glad you guys are here. This is a criteria. There is a criteria to be a part of this family, y'all. There's a criteria. Let me tell y'all what it is. You have to be single, dating, courting, divorced, married, or a widower. That is the criteria for you to be a part of this family. If you fall into any of those categories, this is the place for you. This is the family for you. This is the family for you. So let me say this. I am not a relationship expert. I am just a black woman in this life, living, doing the damn thing, and enjoying the hell out of it in the process. That is who I am. That is who I am. Life has thrown me some curveballs. There has been some ups, there have been some downs, but all in all, I am grateful, I am blessed, and I am thankful. This family here, this connection here, um, did not expect it. I did not expect it, but I love it. I love the inbox messages I get. I love the to see you guys just participate on the page, and we have some laughs and all of that stuff. Love, love, love. Appreciate it. We're gonna have a good time. So I always go ahead and get started because the videos are going to be posted. So whether you have time to get on now, you're here now, or you're listening to this at a later time, hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You will always be connected. The videos are posted on the Facebook page. Then they're also posted on the YouTube channel, and then on IG as well. You can go to these three platforms. And sometimes I do snippets of them on TikTok, right? On TikTok. Y'all believe it or not, um, I am not so much of an extrovert. I'm more of an introvert. I like to enjoy and have time, but children, oh, I can be an extrovert all day with kids, singing, laughing, playing, telling something, whatever. But with grown folks, not so much. But for whatever reason, God has saw fit to have me in this area on this platform, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it while I'm here. Let me change this real quick. Bam. Got to match the shirt. I am enjoying this process. So we are here not to try to tell people how to live their lives, but we are here to share experiences that we have had in life that could possibly help someone else and help someone's relationship build and grow, to a place that they may not have ever expected it to be able to be. That's why we are here. That's why we are here. So I am not a relationship expert. I just know there are some things that have happened in life that I have said, oh, never again. And I've learned and understood why. And I just want to pass that on, just like things that you have experienced and you can pass on to me or others that are around or on the page. All right? This is what this is about. We come here to have a good time and to love on each other wholeheartedly, to love on each other. If you're not here to love and show some type of growth, because this is real life relationship growth, then don't be here. Don't be here. Not that I don't understand that everyone has their different experiences and thoughts and things like that. Not saying that at all. But what I am saying is we will not be disrespectful to one another. Not here, not at this place. Who forgave you? Let's get to the point. Hush, man. What you made. Yo, for y'all that don't know, and most of y'all probably do, y'all know I'm into all type of fitness things. I started pole dancing about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and it's just a hobby. It's just a way to get toned and get in shape. Because I've done everything under the sun. You know, basketball was my number one game. That was my thing. Pole dancing came along, and I'm like, yo, let's get it. Let's get it. So that's what Tremaine is talking about, sir. Hilarious, hilarious. Let me move this up a little bit. All right. All right, y'all. So our topic tonight, listen, this topic was a video that I came across on TikTok. I follow this young lady on TikTok. She has some really, really good um, topics and discussions. She has some good discussions. She is actually I want to say she is a relationship expert. She is a counselor of some sort. Um, but the video was good. It was good. It kind of resonated. I listened to it and I was like, yo, this is a good topic. So we're going to do this topic. Now, the majority of the topics, y'all, do not come from me. They are not my brainchild. It's not my brainchild necessarily. These topics that we talk about come from you all. They come from you all. Hey, Jaquetta. Hey, Tavania. Hey, Dexter. Tremaine, what's up, baby? I see about 3 or 4 other people on, but I don't see your name. So forgive me, but hello to everybody. I see some people on IG, and usually IG has not full names, but just sayings or whatever people have for themselves. So hello IG. My apologies for not knowing names. But the topics come from you guys, and I love it and I appreciate it. Hey Aretha, that's the 50. That's 50. Hey 50. My girl Aretha, y'all. Had a great time, Ree, but I came back with a cold. anyway, y'all. So the topics come from you guys. Now the men, hands down, ladies, the men are still in the lead with giving topics. Okay, Ree, with giving topics and sending topics to me and saying, hey, let's talk about this, let's discuss this, what you think about that. And I love it. I love it. I love that the men, the leaders, the head of the households, the alphas in front, that the females can be alphas. Ooh, I got a topic on that one. Females being alphas and what that looks like and what that means. And that topic, Ree, girl, we got to talk. That topic came when I was in Carolina this past weekend. So anyway, let's get popping on this. Hey, Paulette. Hey, babe. Miss Loose Cannon. So this topic I saw, and I'm going to put the topic title up first. Topic, why you, sir? Why you, sir? That's the topic. I posted a video. It's gonna be a good one, Ree. It's gonna be a good one. My boy Shannon gotta be there for it too. So I'm gonna have to hit both of y'all. The topic, I posted a video. I posted the video of the young lady who brought this to my attention to do this week. But again, y'all keep sending me your topics. Inbox me, text me, whatever, and we'll hit on them. We'll get to them. There's a plethora of them. There's a list of them. But we're going to hit on them. And we try to do the topics that are like really, really prevalent at the moment. But this, I thought, was a good one. I wanted to come back on this one. Excuse me. I wanted to come back on this. I'm going to play the video. For you all who have not seen it, did not get a chance to view it on the page, I'm going to play it here. YouTube and Facebook will see it. IG, my apologies, because you're not connected here. You won't be able to see it, but I did post it showing what the topic would be tonight. I did post a video. So you can listen to it. If that'll be helpful, you can listen to it, but everybody else on the other side is going to be able to see it, because this is what Fitty look like. This is what it looked like. All right. So I'm going to play the video. My volume should be up. Here we go.
Conversation being held yesterday. Unfortunately, I wasn't on the panel, but I was screaming in silence in my seat because I needed to answer that question. It was something along the lines of, what are the traits or characteristics of a man that would make him husband material or something like that? I'm going to really talk to the men, because I know that across the board, I have seen videos, so I know y'all seen videos where it's just been women talking about, oh, I need him to make this much money. We ain't able to do no surface level. Y'all know I'm gonna get it deep with you, okay, baby? Now I'm going to jump into this conversation with a lot of understanding, because I know that many of you all were taught that financial provision and physical safety is what makes you a husband, or believing that it's my way or the highway, or what I says goes, or being in control is what makes you a leader. But I can tell you that there are many women who are not looking for that. They actually are running from that. The financial provision, yeah, to an extent, but there's so much more on the criteria that I know that any of you all are capable of. When your ego is not a guard, that's a green light. When you have the skill set to not always misinterpret a complaint as criticism, that's a go. Her being able to express herself without you imposing with a lack of patience, a lack of understanding, a lack of empathy, or a solution when she is just needing comfort, that's a go. You being aware of both your positives and your negatives and understanding how they don't just affect you, but they affect her as well, and making the necessary changes that are needed to keep your relationship secure. That's a go. Understanding that your emotional maturity is your reliability and your stability, and working on growing and maturing more in the emotional space. When you have matured emotionally, it makes navigating and working through conflict so much easier. You not just being her support, but you showing that you are truly invested and interested in the changes and the growth that she displays. That's a go. You being able to navigate your emotions, especially during times of adversity and hardship. You allowing your curiosity and your observations to guide you. She doesn't have to really say much because you're already attentive and you can see where you're lacking as a partner or what's needed. A big one, you constantly showing and expressing gratitude and not feeling entitled to her labor just because she's your woman. You being consistent and conscious in your efforts and following through with what you're saying that you're going to follow through on. That builds trust, baby. You constantly searching for ways to keep your relationship growing and building because, baby, things get so mundane. And of course, there's more that I can add, but I'm gonna finish it here. Treating her as your equal. Those are the green lights, baby. That's what a lot of women are looking for. And as always, babies, I wish you all the best. Happy, healthy relationships. Bye, babies.
Bye, babies. Oh, I love her. I love her. I love her. Love her. Love her. Love her. So. This topic, yo. This topic. So usually, the conversation piece when it talks about being ready for marriage usually goes on the side of the female, usually goes on the side of the woman. Like, what makes you feel like that you're marriage material? I've heard this question addressed to me at some point in time, and also just in conversation. Been on Facebook, a friend of mine one time posted about asking the men what makes a woman marriage material. So it's usually that side. It's usually that sided. That's usually kind of a male dominated question kind of form thing, right? When I saw this, I was like, I love it. I love it because it puts the men in the hot seat on the topic. It puts the men in the hot seat on the topic. And I want y'all to, hey Chris, I want y'all to type in the chat y'all thoughts, y'all comments. Make sure y'all, we getting into this thing together. We getting this thing together. See y'all coming on. I'll try my best to keep up. And we're gonna go. All right, so here we go. Husband material. Now she said some things. She said quite a few things, and I like the things that she said, but just know that this is not a complete list of requirements or something that a person may be looking for, right? It's not a complete list, but I like the list that she has. So the majority of the time, when we think about men and them being ready and them being in a position to be ready to be a husband, the first thing, the majority of the time, the first thing people harp on is his finances. Is he financially stable? Can he take care of me? Can he, financially support what I need, what I want, what our family, our household, can he do that? That seems to be the primary question, because men are really put in the center of taking care of. Because I mean, let's be honest. Let's look at it. If we believe the order of creation, men were created before women. Man was created before woman. And because man was alone and recognized and realized that, the great, wonderful God created women. Like, for real? Like, y'all didn't know it wasn't complete? No. He created women. He created a helpmate for the man. So the man, the expectation for the man is for him to protect, provide, make sure we good, and have the things that we need. That's like straight away where people go. Where people go. Paulette said, all I can say is that dating now is so ghetto. I'm seeing men are not consistent. Oh, we coming to it, sis. We coming to it. So this is for the men from the ladies. From the ladies. Okay. And I don't speak for every woman. So ladies, y'all chime in. Brothers, y'all chime in. I don't speak for every woman, right? But what we are taught to look for, what we are taught to look for. How many granddaddies did we never see? How many granddaddies did we never see? Or very, very rarely did we see granddaddy? And I'm going to go not in my age category necessarily. I'm 51. I'm talking maybe with my mom and my dad, and in that time frame where households were easily 9 children and up, easily 9 children and up. So how many times did we not see granddaddy? Was granddaddy not seen? Big mama was who was seen. She was there. She was taking care of the house. We saw her every morning. She was up before everybody. She was down after everybody. So from what society says and how it's built and how the world is built up, the man is the forefront of providing, giving provision. So we look at him like that. We look at him with an expectation that he is going to be able to provide, whether we can do it ourselves or not. We look for that. We look for him to be able to do that. So granddaddy wasn't seen much because granddaddy was out there working. Granddaddy was out there getting it in. So grandma and however many households, because let's not play, because Papa's was Rolling Stones, some of them, but he was out there and he was working. He was providing. There was never a question of where this and that was going to come from. Not that there was a lot. There were some that were well off and there were some that were struggling. We already know, and with our ancestors and our grandparents and our great grandparents, they come from slavery and things like that. And some come from, different parts and regions of the world where there were riches and there were high esteem and high levels of kings and queens and things like that. We understand and we know that, right? But looking at the man, the expectation was for him to be able to do all these things. And not that these things aren't important, because they are. They are very important. Try living with just love. Try eating with just love. Try paying the mortgage and the rent and the bills with just love. Okay, I'm sorry. Claudia said, but when trouble came around, so were they. You got to kind of explain that a little bit, sis. But when trouble came around, so were they. The fathers, the men, you saying they weren't there, but when trouble came around, explain that a little bit for me. So we know it's important for hey Lakeisha, we know it's important for the finances to be in place and for us to look for that as women. That's a part of that security that we look for. But when trouble came around, so were they. Grandpa was around. Oh yeah. Yep. And you know where he came from. Like, where granddaddy come from? There's issues and problems. Where he come from? So the financial part we want that. We want you to be financially stable, sirs. We want you to be in a position where we can depend on you to take care of our needs. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not start. I don't want to hear it. I'm not saying that the woman should not help financially. She should not be in a place to be able to help either. It's not what I'm saying. But we going on this side of it because we talking about the brothers tonight. Why you, sir? Why you, sir? What makes a man marriage material? What do we look for? What do we need, ladies? Excuse me, to make this man marriage material. So we're not looking for just finances. We're not looking for somebody to just be like, I'm in charge. I'm controlling this thing. As she mentioned, that's not what we're looking for. We do desire those things, but that's not all in all of what we're looking for. And it costs more than $40. Hey, Ash. She said it costs more than $40. Paulette, what you talking about? Girl, you throwing these little innuendos in here. Come on, man. What we talking about? What costs more than $40? To take you out? Okay. Or just to have. Just to have. You gotta have more than $40. I get it, sis. You gotta have more than $40. So, one thing, y'all, if anybody knows me, what's big, big, big for me is consistency. When I've been asked the questions, what do you look for in a man? What do you want? What consistency? That brother is consistent. Oh, there's not a lot. There is not a lot that I won't do when my man is consistent. Is consistent. That means for me, if you say you're going to do something and you can't do it, even if you can't do it, you will make sure that I understand, that I know why things have changed. That for me is being consistent in the flow of me being able to trust what you say, why you say it, and when you say it. Being consistent. Fellas, men, husband material. If you are consistent in your actions and your ways, there is not a lot of complaining or problems that your significant other will have. Ladies, it is, I mean, can y'all back me up? If that's not your thought, it's not your thought. But if you agree with that, the brother being consistent, it is necessary for him to be consistent. Because trust grows and builds with consistency. Even in the dating stage, even when you're just dating and while you're dating, if things change, if something happens, listen, I want you to be so consistent with who you are and your ways and how you handle your business and yourself that if I'm not the one, that you're going to be able to tell me that and not just ghost. That you're going to be able to tell me that. Because you're so consistent in your ways, you're not worried about and you aren't about leaving a blemish on your character. Claudia said, a man is marriage material when he can be committed, stable, consistent, attentive, fair, loving, understanding, willing to compromise, and is all around ride or die. All around ride or die. I love that list. I love that list. You came along and in the same way that the young lady did. I love that list. Consistent, top of it for me. Stable, attentive, fair, loving, understanding, willing to compromise. So I was having a conversation over the weekend, and the gentleman that I was having a conversation with was talking about who he was at the initiating the relationship, who he was, and who he maintained to be, right? And I'm sure a lot of people can say this, not just men. A lot of people say this. When there's change and growth in the other person that you're with, and they see things on a different level in a different way, you can't sit and say, oh, well, you knew who I was, and that's what I was, and that's what I did. I get the core of you. I understand that. But what I'm saying to that is we have to understand that sometimes people take a change and there's a difference in how they see things as they grow and as they mature and as they want different for themselves in their family, or whether it's something better that they think. And that's worth having a discussion. And that's worth having a discussion. So that part to me, speaks on being fair. Growth requires change. It sure does. It speaks to me on um, um, a phrase that I've been liking a lot lately. Emotional maturity. Emotional maturity. Being emotionally mature. Being emotional. And let's understand. Just because a person is not emotionally mature does not mean that they're the wrong person. It just means that they may not have had certain experiences to tap into that side of the emotions to teach them and for them to understand and know emotional maturity you're dealing with. But I think all in all, overall, emotional maturity is important. Emotional maturity is important. Paulette says, yes, sis. I believe she's saying that to Aretha. Growth requires change. It does. Emotional maturity. Now, fellas, let's hit on. I want to, because I made a little list as she was talking. Let's do a little list when she was talking. Brothers, check your ego at the door. Check your ego at the door when you're dealing with your lady, when you're dealing with your family, when you're dealing with um, something that's going to affect your job, your family, your significant other, her emotions and her feelings. Check your ego at the door. Save the ego, if you must, for when you hanging with the fellas, when y'all at the gym, or y'all kicking it, whatever y'all men do, when you at the barbershop or whatever. Ego to me goes in the lines of pride. Pride comes before a fall. If your ego is so big that you cannot admit when you are wrong, when you cannot take a step back and say, let me check myself, when you cannot look at your lady and she's upset and she's crying, hey Joe, my Spaniard, that's my Spaniard, y'all. He know what I'm talking about. When you cannot check your ego at the door and you see that your lady is upset, she's crying, she's bothered by something, and you can't say, you know what? Let me bring this down a little bit and help my baby see what it is that I'm saying, or help my baby sort through whatever this is that we dealing with. Check your ego at the door. You have to check your ego at the door. Because what does ego do? It puffs up, it tries to overtake everything and everybody, and it puts them in a position. It puts you, sir, in a position where we're not looking at you with respect. That's just what it is. We're not looking at you respectfully. And please, any man on here, tell me respect is not primarily what y'all need. Listen, a man receives love through respect, ladies. If you respect him, that is showing him that you love him. We want to be shown love in different ways. But hands down, like respect, if a man feels respected, he feels loved. But if you, sir, are coming at us with this ego and this pride, you are going to quickly lose the respect that we have, because when you belittle someone and you make them feel less than, then they start questioning who you are in your purpose, who you are in your purpose. Don't say 100. I'm assuming that's on the respect part. You lose the respect. So if you want your lady to respect you, if you care, if your ego is not inflated so big that you can pump some air out of that, take that, I always say this thing, take the air out your chest when you talking to me. That's something I say, just when there's like an argument or something elevated going, not just with my man or whatever, but it's just a saying that I say. But it fits. It fits. Take that air out your chest when you talking to me. Because like I'm all puffed up, you all puffed up for what? Like are we fighting? Are we battling? Are we not on the same team? Do we not Are we not working toward the same goal? That ego, criticism, criticism, criticism. We have to stop taking every term and phrase that we don't agree with as a negative term or phrase. We have to stop taking it as this negative, or it's a pun, or a dagger at us. To criticize something is pretty much kind of to point out certain things about it that aren't correct. I mean, I'm not Webster. I don't have the dictionary in front of me, but kind of think that's close enough definition to what that is. Brothers, if you cannot take criticism from your lady, from your children, um, in a respectful way, then that's that ego thing that's coming back up. That's the ego thing. That's that ego thing. Criticism. To be able to accept criticism from your lady, let me tell you the hardest, I think, thing to criticize someone on. The hardest thing to criticize someone on. Y'all correct me if the word criticism, if criticism is more, it has a negative connotation. But y'all correct me on the definition. If somebody could look that up for me and give me the definition of criticism or criticize, because I don't want to go the wrong direction on this. But if one of the hardest things to be critical about is someone's performance sexually. Someone's performance sexually. If I cannot tell my man that was not quite right, or that's not quite how I like that, or that's not quite getting it, there's a problem. Brothers, if your ego is so inflated that your woman cannot tell you that you're not pleasing her, that's a problem. Criticism. You have to be able to accept criticism and not go into a shutdown mode. A shutdown mode where you just upset and bothered and y'all can't even talk because she has criticized you because that I didn't really enjoy that. Like, you know how when you like kind of no detail. I didn't enjoy that. Let's talk about what works, what feels good. I don't know why my screen is so blurry, y'all. I'm looking on it on the iPad and it's really blurry, but I hope y'all can hear me clear. I hope y'all can hear me clear. Criticism, brother, you have to be able to take criticism and know that it's not something that's going to belittle or put you down to a point where you're being disrespected. Claudia said, to be able to receive criticism from someone you love is still tough. Yeah. However, when you know that person loves you and has your best interest at heart, it's easier to receive when you know that person at their core, you know who they are and you know what they're about. So taking their criticism constructively should not be a problem. Woo, girl, you gave me a tongue twister, but I worked that out. Cat in the Hat. What? criticism. That's right. That's right. And I'm glad you said that, sis, because what I want to say to that is, ladies, we have to be mindful not to deflate this man we have to be able not to deflate this man in while we're being critical. There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. Being have now I have about 7 teachers. Seven teachers, right? And then summertime is coming. We're going into summer camp. So I have some camp counselors coming in. So it may be a staff of about 10 of us, right? In total, maybe about 10 of us. I have to be careful when I talk to my staff about the things that they're not doing correctly. They're not doing correctly. And I always tell them, we're adults. We all have different ways of doing things. But this has to be this way and that has to be that way. And this is the criteria and the guidelines of the state platform that we have to follow. So I always tell them, you have the state's rules and then you have my rules. But please know that my rules are going to coincide. They're going to follow and they're going to be in alignment with the state rules. But my company handbook is going to be written referencing what the state says. So that means everything that I do and I think and I say is not always the correct and right way. So when I give them constructive criticism, I said it constructively. When you give constructive criticism to your mate, to your man, ladies, we're talking about giving constructive criticism to him. Our care for him, knowing who he is and how he reacts to certain things, is going to tell us how we're going to do that. But brothers, y'all have to be accepting of that criticism, knowing that she loves you and she's coming from a place of love and she wants better for either what she's receiving from you or what you're putting out to the world. Constructive criticism. Y'all got to be able to take that criticism. We talking about husband material, y'all. We're talking about why you, brother. What makes you husband material? The things that are needed. I love this one. Patience when things are not going well. Patience with what I'm saying and what I'm doing, and not automatically feeling like, oh, you're nagging. Oh, you always complaining. You always have something to say. Being patient and listening. Being patient and knowing that we come from different backgrounds. And I might not do it like you do it or say it like you say it. But being patient. Being patient when I want to vent about work or a situation or something that may not have anything to do with you. But because you're my man, I need you to be patient because I'm not looking for you to fix my problem. I'm not looking for you to fix the situation between me and my girls if I vent to you about something, or fix the situation at work, which you have no control over. I just want to be able to vent and know that you're patient enough to give me the time to process this stuff, because venting is processing. We know that, right? Venting is processing. Like I said, it doesn't take a lot for most men to be pleased. I call a man king. I can see the chest rise instantly. Oh yeah. Call that man king. Yep, and mean it. Not just saying it just to be saying it, but mean it. Say it and mean it. But patience, brother, what makes a man husband material? Patience. If you have patience, you're not so quick to jump, quick to get angry, quick to shut her down, quick to not understand that this is not always about you. Patience. We need that. We need a man to be patient with us and know that we don't have the same makeup as y'all do. As y'all do. Patient. Being patient. Being patient. Ooh, excuse me. Positives. She talked about positives. She talked about being positive. Like, so have you ever met a man, ladies, who just was negative on almost everything? Well, hold on. Before I move on, let's see. Jimmy said, hey, Jimmy. Jimmy said, ladies, men can handle constructive criticism a lot better when you can receive constructive criticism from him. Jimmy, we stand on the brother side tonight. I get it. It goes hand in hand. I get it. I get the reciprocal actions. I get that. I get when one thing goes one way, it's a will cycle of, it's a cycle of what you do, what you give is what you get, right? I can understand that, Jimmy. I can understand that. What you give is what you get. That is the law of nature. That is the belief of reaping what you sow, karma, all of that stuff. When we put it in that concept, right? So if you mistreat someone, you can almost rest assured that it will come back in a certain way. So from what Jimmy is saying, if we want our men to accept our constructive criticism, we have to as well accept their constructive criticism. But Jimmy, as I said, husband material. That's what we're talking about tonight. Is this man, how? Why you, sir? What makes you husband material? Constructive criticism. Can I criticize you and you not blow up? Can I criticize you and you not shut down? Can I criticize you respectfully, lovingly, but can I feel comfortable enough to tell my man something that's not so positive about him and he can receive it knowing that I'm saying it in love? And it has to be done and said in love. Hey, Bridget, where you been, girl? Has to be done and said in love. So, positives. I was talking about positives. I was talking to this guy, and everything he said, every other statement and word was negative. He driving, he cursing out the other drivers. Like, we on the phone, y'all. I talked to this dude. I gave him a week. He got a week. He almost didn't make a week. And I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, Bridget, I'm sorry. Bridget said, Jimmy, something that people, not just women, should work on to be a better person. Yeah, we on that, Bridget. We already on that. Jimmy on the same page. We already on that because we're not going to do the tit for tat, y'all. Because that's what that kind of is. But we talking about husband material. Husband material. You know we're going to hit on the ladies because Jimmy and I have a topic, y'all. Jimmy and I have a topic. We gonna tag team on this next topic. We'll talk about that later. That'll be maybe next week. We're gonna see what our schedules hold. But brothers, husband material. So I was talking to this guy, and it was a week's time. My niece gonna crack up. My niece gonna crack up on this one. This dude was so negative, y'all. He cursed out people driving beside him. They drive too slow. They drive too fast. He was cursing about getting off work. What time he got off work. What time he got to go to work. He had a business. He had a business. He serviced the community with food. And, it was always just, And I said to myself, okay, What I'm trying to do at this point in my life, well, I've always done this. I always done this. But me doing this doesn't it helps me to learn and understand and know who to let in my bubble, in my circle, right? Men wise. We're talking about men wise, dating wise, right? And there's certain things that I look for. And patience is one of those things. Because I ain't always easy, but I'm not malicious. Okay, there's a difference. Um, so I'm thinking to myself, there's no way this man is going to be patient with me. He ain't patient with nobody. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. He would be screaming and cursing at people driving by. So this is my point I was making. I've learned more to give people the benefit of the doubt. Not the benefit of the doubt to be in my personal space, but to just try to understand people for why they are the way they are, right? And it's not always, again, for a purpose of me being with them or befriending them, male or female. Doesn't matter. Yes, patience is a good quality. Bridget said, yeah. Doesn't matter, right? But I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I'm trying to understand why this man is so negative. I had already made a decision that we were not going to date. Things would not progress. And I'm really saying to myself, do you really feel like this is a good look for you? Like I'm supposed to be I'm not going out on a date with you, especially if, and I probably wouldn't do this. We would meet, but long term, say, right? I'm not getting in a car with you. You ain't gonna get me killed because you cursing somebody out that you don't even know, and they're not driving the way you want them to. So, benefit of the doubt was to try to kind of understand why he operated like he did, why he was like he was. So I asked a few questions. Um, have you been in many car accidents? Did something happen that makes you so upset and makes you so emotional when you're driving? Paraphrasing, but I kind of asked him that question. People, no, people just dumb. People just stupid. They just don't know how to drive. It's like, oh, so because I'm thinking benefit of the doubt. Maybe he has some accidents. Maybe he has anxiety. Excuse me, but he has no choice but to drive. You got to go to work. Maybe something happened, a bad experience. So I wasn't going down a rabbit hole with why he was the way he was. That was enough for me. Um, because honestly, I don't even want to befriend somebody who has such negativity. It was just so much more, y'all. And I was like, nah, I'm good. So positivity, fellas, men, being positive, not always looking for the downside of things. We're talking about what makes men husband material and what ladies look for and what says to us, yeah, I can be under him. I can be under him. I can be under him. Husband material. Claudia said, ladies, make sure if you are being constructive in your criticism, remember when it comes to the bedroom, walk lightly and carry a big stick with feathers on the end because men can take a lot, but that subject of what they can improve can be a little tricky. It can be. It can be. We not gonna sit up and act like um flowers and rose petals and this is and we're not gonna act like that because reality is there are some things that are very tricky. There are some topics and some things that you said very tricky. We've been stuck on the criticism part, y'all. But that's fine. That's fine. If it's weighing heavy there, it's fine. We talked about emotional security. We talked I'm sorry, maturity, being emotionally mature. We talked about that. How you handle hardships. How you handle hardships. Let me tell y'all something. Do not, and this is male and female heavy on either side, do not commit yourself, get involved, and be in a relationship with somebody if you have not seen them at their worst. If you have not seen them deal with hardships, death, maybe loss of a job, um, hardships, do not get into a relationship, a commitment with someone that you have not seen them at their worst, at their roughest, at their toughest. She cute after she come out the salon, but what she look like when she wake up? What she look like? How does she behave? I'm sorry. How does he behave when the boss curses him out? How does he behave when there's money's a bit short? How does he behave when he's hungry? How does he behave when he's sick? Now, granted, most of y'all men, when y'all sick, y'all big old babies. Y'all big old babies. When you sick, all that hardness goes out the window. But never, never, never get into a relationship with a man or a woman that you have not seen deal in hardships. You might be surprised. Ooh, mercy. You might be surprised. Now, this is not something that she said, but this is one for me. This is one for me. And I talked about my sister and I were having this discussion. Claudia said, my husband just said that. You must see them at their worst. Yep, at their worst. And see how they behave at their worst. At their worst. You want to see that. You want to see it. I'm walking around like, when it's not great. I want to know how you're going to respond to me in an argument when we don't agree, when something hurts, when I do something that hurts your feelings. I want to see how you're going to handle that. Now, don't go around hurting people's feelings on purpose, but feelings do get hurt. We know that. Jimmy said, I think what makes a man a good husband is a man who can love one woman. High five, Jimmy. Patient, respectful, honest, trustworthy, strong, lives on godly principles and not emotions. Woo! Being emotionally mature means not reacting and living in off your emotions, not moving off of your emotions. Ladies, that's a good one. Thank you, Jimmy. That's a good one. If you're dealing with a man whose his emotions dictates everything, how he's feeling at the moment, run like hell. Run. Now y'all understand. Listen. Again, I've said it before, I'm not a relationship expert. I've dealt with some things and some experiences in my life, which gives my mind and my thoughts what they are now. I've dealt with emotionally immature men. I have not always been emotionally mature. That's a growth process. That's a learn process. That's a counseling help. Because counseling, ding, ding, ding. It's my bell ringer for counseling. It helps you learn to be emotionally mature. But if you have a man, if you know a man, if you're dating a man, if you're courting a man, if you are engaged to a man who is not emotionally mature and he allows his emotions to rule him, get a rein back, rewind the tape, tell him to get off his knee. But listen, don't trap yourself into a life of emotion because you will be on this roller coaster. When I say I got so tired and so dizzy of the roller coaster, it was ridiculous. But I had to navigate through that to learn and understand and see That's not cute. Oh, he's just showing his emotions. He's just showing his emotions. IG done popped off on me, y'all. IG, that tells me we passed our hour. I'm getting ready to get off. But he's just showing his emotions. He's expressing himself. Shoot. Emotionally mature. And the last part for me, this is one for me. If your man does not guard the boundaries of your relationship, that means all kind of things can creep in and disturb your foundation. Guarding the boundaries of your relationship. Quick example of what that looks like. One example. One example of what that looks like. Guarding the boundaries, not allowing other women, to erupt emotions in him that you do. That's why. Not allowing another woman to erupt emotions. Now, you can't control somebody giving you a compliment, but you don't have to sit in that compliment. And you don't have to, especially if, listen, sirs, if you know a woman likes you, she's attracted to you, and she's saying things that are inappropriate. Now, y'all understand what I'm saying. This ain't no surface level. Oh, she just think I'm cute. Or she just, oh, they ain't got no control. But you keep going around that person, or you keep entertaining that person. Or somebody inbox you and they saying some inappropriate things. And you continue to allow it. You're not guarding the parameters, the boundaries of your relationship. I need a man, whether I'm there or not, that I can trust to guard the parameters of our relationship. And likewise, so will I. There's ways to do it. That's just one example. That's just one example. But we are past our time. It is 9:03. I think this was a good topic. I really wish the brothers would have chimed in more. Jimmy, I appreciate you. I appreciate you as always. Jimmy and his wife Rachel are relationship experts. They were going to be our panel experts for our real life relationship growth weekend that was planned, that has been postponed. Y'all please understand, I still want to do it, but we're going to have to work this thing gradually and slowly and make sure we get it done the proper way. And so we can get the proper attendance to make it worthwhile for everyone. But Jimmy and Rachel Rogers, Relationship Real Talk, I believe, is their platform, and they're on YouTube. Relationship Real Talk. Yep, Jimmy and Rachel Rogers. Jimmy's on tonight. Jimmy was in a bowling league, y'all. Let's say a prayer for Jimmy. They said my brother got to heal up quick. He had a little injury. He was out there hitting them strikes, bowling and stuff. I was watching little videos, Jimmy. But he had to sit down for a little bit. So he sat down for a little bit. He's sitting down. But the plus in that, he's available on Thursdays again. All right, y'all. So, men, please understand and know we need y'all. We love y'all. We need y'all. We want to respect y'all. We want to give y'all that peace and that comfort that you're looking for. Because men need it too, ladies. They need it. They need to be. They need to have accolades spoken on them, and they need to know that we care, and they need to know that they're appreciated. They're appreciated. One thing she mentioned in her video: men, stop making your woman feel like, or looking like, I'm paraphrasing, that what she does doesn't really mean anything. Like, oh, you supposed to do this. You supposed to do that. You supposed to cook, or you supposed to da 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 da. and not appreciate her for it and give her accolades for it and tell her thank you. Men need the same thing. Men need the same thing for a whole 6 months. Not 6 months, Jimmy. We're gonna have to put you in a scooter. You know them scooters you can put your leg up and you could. We have to get Jimmy a scooter, y'all. Not 6 months. Oh man, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. I'm sure you'll find something else to do in the meantime. You'll find something else. You and RJ. All right, y'all. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, you got a scooter? You gotta use it, man. Go practice on that, practice in the driveway. Scoot, 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 bowl. I mean, honestly, just to have fun and just to keep your, roll going. Keep your roll going. That's the idea. I was on the scooter too. I remember when I had the cast, my Achilles was trying to tear, but they literally put it in a cast to keep it because that thing was weak. That thing was weak. Okay. All right, y'all. Me and Jimmy having a whole conversation. Love y'all. Thank y'all for joining tonight. Men, again, y'all are needed. Y'all are wanted. Y'all are desired. I don't care how independent she is. I don't care how strong she is. I don't care. Listen, I don't care. I don't care. We were created for one another. We need one another. So let's stop trying to make each other feel like and think we're not necessary. All right, y'all. So listen, I have sold out of most of the t-shirts. I have sold out of most of the t-shirts. Jimmy, you and Rachel gonna get one regardless. So I'm gonna get y'all a t-shirt. But I had the black ones. The black ones are gone. The black ones are gone. Thank you, Bridget. The black ones are gone, but I can order more. The black one, I love the black one. The black one is a black, and the writing is in gold. That thing is nice. It looks really really nice. It looks really nice. You can wear that with anything. But if you like a T-shirt, just hit me up, inbox me. They are $20. Let me know if I need to send it to you. You'll just have to pay for the postage and the cost of the shirt. But let me know what color you like. We have the red, we have the khaki, and we have black. Your color and your size, and I'll make sure y'all get a shirt. Mine are a bit different. My shirts match there are logos here. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night. What does it say on the front? It says real life relationship growth. Can y'all see that? Real life relationship growth. That's what it says on the front. Kevin, I know you just didn't pop in, Kevin. Kevin, look, I know my phone better ring because Kevin got a good reason for that, for just popping on tonight. I know he does. Devin, man, Kevin, you missed it. We really, 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 really could have used more male input tonight, but it's fine because you can always, again, watch the videos, type in the comments, and we can continue to chat even after the show. All right, I love y'all. I will see y'all next week, Thursday. Listen, May is a busy month for me. Graduations, birthdays, class reunions. I'm doing all of this stuff this month, but Thursday shouldn't be a problem. All right, Jimmy, we'll talk. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night. Thanks y'all for joining. Good night.